Previously on Gears.
All right, listen, we have got some brilliant news which sort of released late last night, Gary.
Yeah, that's right, Sasha. I mean, you've obviously heard us talking about it and been privy to some of the conversation over the last 12 months, in fact. And, you know, we have put a deal together to have a V8 touring car designed for South Africa.
Sure.
It's being designed by the top company in Australia that, in fact, designed the cars for the Australian series as it is, some of the cars. And, of course, their car of the future, which they're launching next year. And, of course, the New Zealand Championship, V8 Super Tours, which is also, going strong at the moment, launched at the beginning of the year. So we're very excited. I mean, the cars are fantastic. We all know what the Australian series is in the world of motorsport.
It's incredible.
So we're happy to say that after a lot of hard work, the wheels are in motion now, and we are going to be bringing a car out here at the end of the year and start doing demos and getting ready to gear up to start a series in 2014.
I mean, that is just the most brilliant news. I think for Vic, for the South African circuit racing scene, it's needed a massive injection. And this seems to be the perfect formula.
Well, it's the perfect formula. If you talk to everyone, what is Aussie V8 supercars? They exactly know what it is.
Yeah.
Everyone watches it. The most exciting racing on the planet at the moment. And I think overall, what you're really looking forward to is, having the guys put it against equal machinery in slightly different machinery, like for example, Ford Focus, etc., to an Audi A4, to a Volkswagen Jetta, etc. And I think the important thing there is you get a lot of opportunity for the drivers to make a difference, the teams to make a difference, and it's not the size of your actual checkbook that matters, it's the size of the talent that comes through.
Well, I mean, this is it, but surely the people who have heard about it, Gary, must be incredibly excited. You know, for the people in the fraternity, the racing drivers or whatever must be all sitting and saying, oh wow, this is where we're going to go.
Yeah, look, I mean, when the press release hit the wires yesterday afternoon, my phone didn't stop for 3 hours. And
wow.
It is, as you say, it is needed, and I think people do know what it is, as Vic says, and it's exciting racing. It's going to be fantastic. I mean, it's been a lot of work, can I say?
Sure.
We've still got a lot of work to do. There's no doubt about it. But I have no doubt that it's what this country needs, and I think the market out here will support it. You know, it is slightly different. That's why the car is being designed specifically for us. As Vic mentioned, we'll be racing, for example, a Ford Focus instead of the Ford Falcon that they race in Australia.
Yeah.
You know, we obviously don't sell those cars yet. What's happening in Australia next year? You've got Nissan that have just climbed on board in that series. So you know, we will probably have a multi-manufacturer series sooner than probably that they'll have in Australia, which is great for us. I mean, it really puts us on the map. As a country in terms of motorsports.
It must be great now, I think, also for a lot of the manufacturers who must be sitting and saying, oh wow, okay, 2014, something a little bit different. They must be all be looking at budgets and saying, hold on a second, this is where we want to go, Vic, and hopefully we'll get, as Gary mentioned, a whole bunch of manufacturers on board again. You know, a proper African touring car series.
Well, we want a proper African touring car series. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be off the hook. And I think, importantly, you want the best driving talent in the country there, the best teams in the country there. And it's quite important.
Well, I'm available.
Are you available?
Well, the driving.
Well, we're going to see if you can handle the cars. Oversteer is important. But we're looking at about 550 to 600
I'm brilliant
horsepower.
with oversteer.
I've seen it.
I'm brilliant with oversteer. It's one of my favorite pastimes.
Yeah, and I think, importantly is once these cars are there, 550 horsepower, it's going to be exciting. Lightweight cars, probably going to hope to see 300 odds in terms of the speed of the cars.
Sure.
Very, very fast lap times. And I think, the important thing is to get all the top drivers in South Africa, all the top teams into one formula, so we can really see who the best is and offer these drivers and teams some sort of a progression to the future. At the moment, all sort of racing stops in South Africa, but we want to say there's a bigger world out there.
Of
so
course.
If you win this series, you can go and drive in Aussie V8 supercars. We can maybe do some sort of thing where the Aussie drivers come here, put our top racing drivers against them.
Amazing.
And see how we actually fare up in terms of world racing.
I mean, this is very, very exciting times, Gary. I mean, I think we're all trying to not show too much emotion, but this is just some of the best news South African motorsport has had, I beg to say, in the last 15 years.
Well, the thing is, Sasha, we don't have a professional series anymore in South Africa. We've got a series for gentlemen drivers, we've got series for guys that can afford to go racing, but we need a series that becomes professional. And basically what that comes down to is providing a platform where it would entice marketing partners to see the value in being involved in motorsport, like there are in Formula One, in IndyCar, NASCAR, Aussie V8. So it can be done, and that's what we're aiming to do. I mean, a lot of drivers in this country we all know the budget. If you've got $30 million to have a go at Formula One, have a go. And I don't think there's many people out there that have got that sort of resource.
Yeah.
We need a home for professional young talent. And it goes from a driver, it goes from to the technical teams as well. You know, guys coming out of varsity need to look at motorsport and be able to make it a career in this country.
I think you hit a brilliant topic there as well. Vic, it's extraordinary the amount of emails we all get from people sitting and saying, geez, I want to study engineering, I want to go and do something, I want to get involved in the motor industry. And you look at some of the greatest South African engineers, people who are now working in Formula One, they all started here. They all worked on various different things. However, that seems to have dried up. Now all of a sudden you're getting people to sit and say, wow, we got a series. Come and bring your degree and come and show us what you can do.
Well, that's exactly the point. The last time that you generated very, very good engineering talent was sort of 92, 93 era super touring cars. These two drivers, in fact, the guy or the company that's actually designing this car is an ex-South African guy who worked for me at BMW Motorsport. A guy who was very, very good, set up his stall outside of the country.
Wow.
We want to say, essentially, we want to develop this sort of talent locally that can go out into the world, show what South Africans can do, can show what South African technical staff, engineering skills can do, and South African drivers. I think we rank up there with the world.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. We definitely have the pedigree of the drivers as well. Gary's just tweeted, I'm going to retweet it as well, Gary, Gearheads SA.
That's correct, yeah.
Okay.
We're proud enough to send it out, and it is on there, yeah.
Yeah, magnificent motoring news. We're going to, of course, put it all over our sites and those kind of things. But go and read up about it, and this is extremely exciting. Yes, it's maybe only 2014, Gary, but as you say, you've got to get everything in place. But I'm sure that the response already is just unbelievable.
It has been great. I mean, from potential sort of team owners, potential drivers wanting to be in the series. I think at the end of the year, when the car actually hits the ground here, we get it out onto the circuit, let some of the guys come and try it. I did drive the Super Tour at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you, it's probably the most fun I've had in the last 7 years in a racing car. So I know that whoever drives is going to absolutely love it. And of course, from the spectator's point of view, I mean, the cars are super quick. They make great noise. I mean, they are exciting cars. I mean, I'm just getting goosebumps sitting and talking about it. I mean, it's absolutely unbelievable.
That's it, Daisy. We're in for a team. The Gears team. Or maybe we'll just drive the safety car around. We'll do something like that. Listen, it's brilliant news. Watch out for this space. Of course, we'll keep you updated right here on Gears all of the time as to what's happening with the African V8 African Touring Car Series that is going to be starting in 2014 right here in South Africa.
At the next intersection, turn on
Gears with Sasha Martinengo.
weekdays from 12 to 2 p.m. Central African Time.